Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of New Product Innovation. I'm Seif Abdelghani, Product Innovation Expert, Podcaster, and PDMA Egypt Chapter Leader. I want you to imagine being able to grow a company to billions in valuation without owning costly infrastructures. That's hard to believe, right? But that's the power of network innovation. This episode explores how leading startups and incumbents are leveraging networks for rapid growth and scalability. I'm Seif Abdelghani, and you're listening to the New Product Innovation Podcast. Let's dive into the world of network model innovation. What do we mean actually by network model innovation? The second type in the 10 types of innovation. At its core, it's about how companies can leverage the assets and strengths of other firms. Think of it as a symbiotic relationship, right? Where each entity brings something unique to the table. But it's not just about collaboration for the sake of it, right? Network model innovations play a crucial role in the sharing of risks, especially when developing new ventures. It's about capitalizing on the opportunities while mitigating the potential pitfalls. And let's clear up a common misconception. When we talk about networks here, we're not referring to internal IT systems, right? Instead, we're highlighting external relationships, partnerships, and affiliations that companies form to drive innovation. Successful networks have a few key components. The first one is the network members themselves, the producers, the consumers, the providers, and partners participating. Getting the right mix is crucial for growth. The second type is the interaction tools. Platforms, marketplaces, and social features that enable members to connect, engage, and transact. Smooth interactions drive network stickiness. And the third one is the value creation. Now, networks allow members to rate, review, match, and exchange value in new ways. More value drives network growth. Some examples to illustrate this as well. So let's talk first about LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn created a professional network connecting workers, employers, and job seekers. The value comes from accessing new opportunities. Apple's App Store links app developers with mobile users. Value comes from easier distribution of the apps. Airbnb built a marketplace matching hosts with travelers looking for accommodations. The value comes from enabling home sharing. Now, in each case, the network effect comes from connecting members in new ways and facilitating value creation interactions. The ability here is to harness external resources and capabilities is what makes the network innovation so transformative. Now, there are some components for the network model innovation. So, in order actually to build innovative and scalable networks, companies need to focus on few key components. The first thing is partnerships. Identifying complementary businesses to collaborate with it is foundational. The right partners to provide scale, resources, and a shortcut into new markets. For example, Starbucks partnered with Barnes & Noble in the 1990s to open cafes inside bookstores. Now, this allowed the rapid expansion of Starbucks and increased the foot traffic for Barnes & Noble stores. So it's a mutual benefit, right? A win-win situation. The second point is interaction platforms. So, to manage network participation, robust digital platforms and marketplaces need to be built. Smooth, frictionless interactions will drive engagement over time. Uber's mobile app seamlessly handles everything from driver sign-up, ride-hauling, payments, and reviews. The app is the critical connective infrastructure enabling Uber's network. Third point is the risk-reward sharing. So we talked about partnerships, interaction platforms, and then we come to risk-reward sharing. So partnerships thrive when both parties are invested in the network's success. Incentives should be structured to fuel the participation and commitment from both partners. Now, a small example here is YouTube revenue. Sharing means that the video creators earn money as their content drives views and ads on the platform. So the platform gets a benefit and the creator gets a benefit. This motivates creators to build YouTube's massive content library After all, what's YouTube without the content that the creators are creating? The fourth part is leveraging access over ownership. So networks provide access to resources you don't have to own. This gives even the small players the advantage of scale. For example, farmers can access tractors sharing services rather than purchasing a tractor, purchasing an expensive equipment themselves. This on-demand rental model unlocks economies of scale. Getting these components right ensures that the network can sustain itself by creating increasing value for all participants. Now, an example of network model innovation comes in many forms to the players and the market dynamics involved. Let's try to look at some real-world examples. In 2009, NASA was struggling to sustain excitement around space exploration. To spark the innovation part, they launched the Sentinel Challenges Prize program. They offered rewards for solving problems like asteroids mining and Mars transportation. One prize challenged teams to design next-generation astronaut gloves. Peter Homer, a high school junior, built a prototype in his garage using vampire bat wing anatomy that ended up winning over $6,000. Open crowdsourcing allowed NASA to tap diverse talent outside the space industry. Now, when Apple first launched its iPhone App Store in 2008, they built a network connecting iOS developers to mobile users. Revenue sharing meant that the app creators earned around 70% of sales, attracting developers to build the App Store's now massive catalog. Users enjoyed easier access to the innovative new apps, fueling iPhone growth. After all, what's the iPhone as well without the apps? If you removed all the apps that the third-party creators have created, the iPhone won't be that much compelling offering, right? More recently, Comcast, Netflix forged an unlikely partnerships. Comcast helped Netflix stream content more efficiently over its network, while Netflix agreed to pay connection fees. Now, the former rivals realized that by combining the capabilities, they benefited both their customers. And partnering with Lego, Disney created a Lego Duplo set featuring Disney characters like Mickey Mouse and Elsa, and this opened a new sales channel for Disney into the world of building toys, while leveraging on Lego's distribution and design expertise. I don't have that skill, so why not use a partner to leverage that skill and sell my commodities? An unexpected partnership between the industry leaders. As you can see here, network innovation comes in many shapes and sizes, tailored to the players involved and market landscape. But the common ingredient here is leveraging capabilities outside your organization to build new value. There are some benefits for network model innovation, right? Let's talk about a few compelling ones. The first one is, it unlocks growth and scalability by leveraging external resources and assets. Smaller players can expand rapidly. Airbnb tapped hosts globally to quickly build lodging inventory and scale their platform. They didn't need to open or own any homes. They leveraged on the hosts. The second benefit is, it provides access to new markets and innovations. Now, partnerships bridge expertise gaps and accelerate learning. NASA gained valuable insights from amateur developers outside the space industry. The third benefit is network innovation reduces risks. The costs and risks of developing and launching new offerings can be shared with partners. Disney minimized risks entering the building toys market through its partnership with Lego. The fourth point is, it expands distribution platforms. More partnership touchpoints means broader reach. Lego leveraged Disney's beloved characters and marketing muscle. So it's a win-win situation for both. The fifth benefit here is, it utilizes economies of scale. Platforms like Amazon Web Services or tractor sharing services provide access to enterprise-grade infrastructure. By tapping into networks, companies both large and small can punch above their weight. But it does require vision and execution to coordinate the ecosystem innovation. Now, there are several key success for network model innovation, right? What sets it apart? The first thing is understanding that the value drivers and incentives for network partners are quite critical. Providing a revenue share, lower cost, or access to new markets incentivizes participation from different participants. The second point, building a robust platform for interaction, smoothing out friction in transactions and engagements fosters retention. Now, Uber's app show how seamless connections drives value. The third point is leveraging partnerships to access world-class capabilities. Finding partners who bring complementary strengths and assets prevents capability gaps. The fourth point here is co-marketing to cross-promote the network. Raising awareness across partner channels amplifies reach and attracts new members. The fifth key to success is constantly enhancing the value to all users. More value creation, more expansion in the network. So, the new functionality should be added regularly. Do this well, and then the flywheel effect of the network compounding value will rapidly scale the organization. We have to consider as well that any innovation have risks, right? So you have to watch out for some of these risks. The first one is failure to provide continued value to the ecosystem of partners can erode the participation over time. You need to maintain that win-win incentives. It's quite crucial. Second point is disintermediation by other platforms is a threat. So partners may find ways to connect directly without going through your network. So they can go directly to your customers. So that kind of disintermediation, removing the middleman, removing you, for example, is quite critical. You have to have that kind of trust and agreement with your partner. The third point is regulatory barriers for certain partnerships exists in some industries. There are some rules around financial exchange, privacy, which introduce hurdles. The fourth point is brand reputation is shared across partners. A major misstep by one partner can therefore damage the broader network. Imagine that you have a partnership with one company and then a massive scandal happens from the CEO or one of their employees. Your brand is too much attached to them. That's quite a risk. But despite these risks, the potential benefits of the network model innovation far outweigh the alternatives of it going alone. Now, we looked at the risks, we looked at the benefits. Now let's look at what is the future of network model innovation. Where is the network model innovation heading next? There are a few trends you have to watch out for. Now, what I would say now, for some people may actually be quite strange, but believe me, it's not. It's quite logical. First thing is, decentralized blockchain networks that cut out intermediaries are emerging in finance, supply chain, and more. These distribute authority across ecosystem participants. Now, blockchain enables new ways for firms to leverage other companies' processes, technologies, offering, channels, brands, the core component of the network model innovation. Now, there are a few examples here, right? Processes. Smart contracts automate processes like payment, data sharing between partners on a blockchain network. Technologies. Blockchain provides a distributed infrastructure for open innovation and collaboration between different organizations. Offerings. Tokens allow companies to share or exchange digital offerings and assets on blockchain. Channels. Decentralized blockchain markets expand distribution channels by removing intermediaries. Brands. Branded cryptocurrencies and NFTs allow new ways to share brands on blockchain networks. The key here is that blockchain provides the technical rails for companies to exchange value and collaborate in new decentralized ways that was not possible before. It removes friction, barriers to leveraging external capabilities. And while still an emerging application, blockchain has significant potential to enable more and distributed network innovation. Another example here is AI-powered recommendation engines will better match users to relevant resources and partners. Relevancy attracts participants. Partnerships between competing platforms will become more common as convergence provides access to new markets. collaboration trumps competition. And the last 2 points are: smart contracts built on blockchain can automatically execute complex partnership agreements and distribute proceeds. This reduces friction. The connectivity of the world will only increase, and forward-thinking company will harness this through network innovation. Network innovation is all about creating value by enabling connections between users. Successful networks have the right members, smooth interaction platforms, and mechanisms to exchange value. Key components include partnerships to access resources, robust platforms to manage interactions, risk and revenue sharing models to align incentives, leveraging access over ownership for scale. Examples demonstrate how NASA crowdsourced space solutions, Apple attract developers, Amazon leveraging third-party sellers, and more. The benefit of network model innovation includes accelerated growth, access to new markets, risk reduction, expanded distribution, economies of scale. However, here, networks need to provide an ongoing value to members, prevent disintermediation, navigate regulations, and manage brand reputation across partners. Looking ahead, blockchain facilitates decentralized networks and value exchange. AI recommend relevant connections, platforms converge for market access, and smart contracts automate agreements. The takeaway here is that network model innovation can help companies scale much faster than going at it alone. Leverage partners creatively. Network model innovation leverage connections between users and resources to build value. With vision and commitment to partnerships, companies can scale much faster than going at it alone. While the network orchestration has challenges, the benefits can be immense. So next time you're looking to rapidly expand an offering, consider network partners who can accelerate your innovation. Because in today's connected business landscape, no company is an island. I'm Seif Abdelghani, and thank you very much for listening. Until we meet next time. Hi everyone. If you liked the episode and would like to follow up on the next episodes, please subscribe on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or Spotify, or in any other application you're following up the podcast on. And if you like the episode, please share it. This was Seif Abdelghani, Product Innovation Expert, Podcaster, and PDMA Egypt Chapter Leader.